A separation agreement is a contract between spouses in which they resolve certain issues related to the marriage and the separation. For example, child custody, child support, division of property and debt. There is no court involvement in the separation agreement process. It's a negotiation between the parties, an agreement, and a contract. Separation agreements typically are something that people like to do because they maintain control of their case, they maintain control of the issues. It's a little less contentious typically than litigation. It can be cheaper, faster, and less emotionally trying than having to have a court involved in your case deciding these issues for you. One of the difficult aspects of separation agreements is that it does require the parties to cooperate with each other and to negotiate in good faith. An attorney can assist you with that in a very profound way. And here at Epperson Law Firm, we are extremely experienced in both the negotiation and completing of separation agreements.
The types of clients that we usually work with are ones that have difficult situations. We often come in when there is significant family conflict, whether it's over an estate, whether it's time for a guardian or conservator for mom and dad and the planning hadn't been done previously, or whether there are children in need of guardianships and conservatorships. Compassion is extremely important in my practice because individuals come with those difficult situations, and you need somebody who is going to not only understand the law, but understand the facts behind the law and be able to apply your case to the facts. Without compassion, it's just another case, and that's not the way it is at Hulbert & Associates. We're a full women-based firm. We're really able to work with our clients and meet their needs. At Hulbert & Associates, our motto is to serve Colorado families, one family at a time.
Swadden & Company is a litigation firm. Among other kinds of litigation, we do estate litigation. We also assist people with estate planning and the preparation of their wills, and with estate administration. In building the firm, we've attempted to attract the most competent of lawyers and paralegals, and I think that we've succeeded in doing so. We think the will was never is a good size. We have a range of experience from 40 years at the bar down to 3 years at the bar and everything in between. We think our range of experience is adequate to deal with all of the problems that come along. It's beneficial to the client to have that range of experience because it allows us to assign the right lawyer to the right matter. We now combined have in excess of 150 years of litigation experience.
The person who's been injured today needs to select an attorney who they know has actually tried cases, and not just a handful of cases, but over 125 cases like I have. In this field of personal injury, wrongful death, catastrophic injuries, I've been trying cases since 1971. I'm now recognized as being board certified in the field both within this state and nationally, and I'm also a super lawyer. I love what I do, I am blessed to do it, and what I'm willing to do on every case is treat that client as if, because it is, that client's personal injury case in which they need to be compensated. In order to do that, you need to be able to put out the time and the resources and spend the money and hire the experts that you know is going to get the client the best results. I do that for a living, and that's what makes the firm of Prune Associates unique.
Hi, I'm Robert Leonard. I'm both an attorney and CPA, and I specialize in tax controversy and tax collection matters. If you have a serious tax problem, then you need representation, and not just from any attorney, but from an attorney that is committed to obtaining the very best results on your behalf, one that is knowledgeable and experienced in this very specialized area of law, and one that is attuned to the stress and anxiety that you and your family are experiencing. I am that attorney. You need to call me. You can reach me at 818-587-3333 or through my website, leonardtaxlaw.com. I don't think I can solve your problem. I know I can.
We have been in the practice of law regarding terrorism and representation of American victims of terrorism since January of 1997, when the first case came in. We have a lot of experience and what to do, first of all, to win the case, to do the research necessary to prove the case, and next to collect for that client after we get a judgment. I think you'd find better morale here in this office than you'd find in almost any law office in the country. And it's because what we're doing is so important to the people we're representing. This isn't just an argument like about a boundary line or something that just has to do with money. It has to do with the people themselves. The people themselves want this because it means justice, and it is justice for them.
PIP just stands for Personal Injury Protection, and it's part of the no-fault system that was instituted in Kentucky for automobile accidents. What it really means is that your own insurance company is responsible, at least initially, for paying your first $10,000 in economic damages. Economic damages are your medical bills and lost wages. The closest thing that you have in Ohio to PIP is what's called medical payments coverage. But as opposed to Kentucky, Ohio insurance companies do not have to provide medical payments coverage. It's something that a motorist has the option of purchasing. Our attorneys here at the law offices of Arnold Levine are licensed in both Ohio and Kentucky, and so we can answer your questions with regards to the differences. Just give us a call.
If your disability benefits have been denied, you're not only facing a legal dispute, you're also mourning the loss of your ability to do your job, to feed your family, put food on your table, sometimes even a part of your identity. When an insurance company denies a claim, that's well documented. What they're really saying is you're a fraud and a liar.
Communicating with a big insurance company can often just feel like you're shouting into a void. You feel like you're getting nowhere. We hear this all the time, and we know it. We get it. We're going to take the burden from you.
I'm personally offended when individuals are harmed by multi-billion-dollar insurance companies that are paid to protect them. I love my job because I get to hold those bullies accountable.
Here in this office, we handle essentially all types of personal injury cases. I've been handling personal injury claims for almost 30 years. You're going to want to hire a personal injury lawyer who has experience for all the same reasons that you'd want to go to a doctor who has experience. This is not the place for on-the-job training. If we do our job right and we do it properly and our hearts are in the right places, you have the opportunity to act as their advocate. You have the opportunity to assist them in leveling the playing field and finding a way to compensate them for their injuries and for their harm that's caused through no fault of their own.
Sheffian Mazzucaro has over 25 years in handling brain injury cases. And what sets us apart from other firms across the state is that we recognize that brain injury cases can often be subtle. Sometimes brain injury cases are obvious. You've been knocked unconscious, you may have had a direct head strike. But in our experience in handling traumatic brain injury cases, we call them TBIs, we've found that someone who suffers a minor TBI may not even be aware of it. They might be aware only of a change of personality. They might be aware that they've been crying. They might be aware that they're emotionally agitated. We recognize those symptoms. In handling a traumatic brain injury case, I have two roles as an attorney. One, of course, is to get you the maximum compensation. But the second role is as important. We want to see you get better. And we have connections, for instance, to the Brain Injury Alliance of Connecticut that offer support groups, that may offer you assistance, that will direct you to providers who can help you to get better. And that's what it's all about.